Hello, I'm Dr. Sirisha and a warm welcome to you back to my channel. In this video, we'll try to understand the 5 most successful work environments that can be created for the employees to perform. Because see, work environment is something which really adds more and more to the productivity of the employees. So if you are an entrepreneur or as a leader or as a manager, then it is your utmost duty to provide the best possible work environment to your employees. Okay, so that is the thing. The work environment is the immediate thing and the most influential thing that has its bearing on decision making or the general mood of the employees or the general workplace setting. Okay, so let us try to understand how best work environment can be and what are the different types of work environments that you can create for your employees. Okay, the open skeptic environment. The open skeptic environment. See, being skeptical means like when we have all doubts or when we question everything. You may have a doubt like what is so good about being skeptical. There is everything good about being skeptical, but productively skeptical, constructively skeptical. Okay, it is. I'm not trying to say that you have to question everything or you have to not trust anything the other person or whatever the other team proposes. It is not that. Being open skeptical means like we can really get something productive, get something good out of this decisions or the discussions when we question something. It is not like saying yes to whatever the other person or whatever the team leader proposes. Every time the leader need not be right. So, or even a colleague all the time need not be right. So, here, constructive skepticism or being questioning, rightfully questioning, that develops a work environment where proper discussions will pop up. Because questions, they feed discussions. I am mentioning only about constructivity here, constructive questions, constructive discussions. There is a huge difference between just questioning for the sake of questioning or being some negative, questioning the other person with some negative intentions. That is exactly not what we are discussing here. We are discussing about being constructively criticizing, having questions so that those questions will feed our discussions. So that is one kind of work environment which can prove to be very productive. When you allow your employees or your team members to question one another or to question the leader, that really gives rise to a productive discussion and where the outcomes would be much better and much fruitful. Okay. And the second kind of work environment is the individual focused work environment. Individuals are focused here, like we are all very different. Every employee has got his or her own style of working, so that individual differences are very much identified and acknowledged in this kind of work setting, and individuals will be given that flexibility of the working style or the working setting. They can have their own style of working. Like, for example, some employees may prefer to work from home, or some employees may prefer flexible working hours. Okay, so you have to, as a manager, you have to draw a line where you can allow that flexibility or you can standardize things. Okay, so as long as that flexibility is not affecting your productivity negatively and as long as it is contributing to the productivity, individual differences can be acknowledged and they can be allowed for having flexible style of working or flexibility in setting, workplace setting, like maybe the kind of chair they want to use or the color they want to use or something like that. So that is another important workplace setting, which is the individual focused environment. And the third one is no walls environment. The name itself suggests no walls, no barriers. Okay, like no closed cubicles, no closed offices. Everything is like open. It is like symbolically expressing the very needed view that everything is open and they can interact with one another very easily and without any barriers. So that is one kind of work environment where there will not be any closed cubicles, and like everything is open and people they can always share discussion rooms or break rooms or the kind of what you call chit chat rooms kind of a thing, where open communication is more encouraged in this kind of work setting, and mutual appreciation, and that inspires cooperation among the employees. That is the point here in low wall work environment. And mutual feedback environment. Mutual feedback. See, feedback is everything in this kind of work setting. They depend on the best form of communication, which is providing feedback. Okay, so feedback here again, two-way feedback. It is not that the manager or the leader always giving the feedback to the employees or the team members. Even if the team members have to say something or have to give some feedback to the leader or to the manager, they are free to express that. Okay, so it is not like one-way communication kind of a thing. This mutual feedback environment or that kind of work setting is something where mutual trust is built. Okay, both the parties or whoever is the party involved in that team, they are all open, they are all trusted, and they are all encouraged to provide feedback. Okay, that feedback can build a trust where an environment where people will be listened and people will be provided right kind of feedback and they will act on the feedback. That is another important work environment that leaders can provide. Next one, the unified environment. Unified environment here, this kind of environment allows to operate as individuals. Every individuals in the unified environment, they will be having their individual responsibilities. They will be aware of their roles, their contributions, but still they work as teams. Okay, it is like unity in diversity kind of a thing. Okay, they are individually responsible for their tasks and duties. They have individual authority and responsibility, individual roles to perform, but still they are very much aware of the fact that they are still a team working towards the common organizational objectives. Okay, so that is the concept of unified environment, where it allows to operate as individuals, still focus on succeeding as a team. Okay, so these are the 5 workable or productive work environments which a leader can provide to their employees. Okay, thank you.